Hi guys. So today I wanted to show you how to insert a Bitmoji classroom into Schoology so that there's clickable links and so that the picture is nice and big. Additionally, I'm going to add different buttons with my Bitmoji classroom so that you can see all of those pieces put together in one go. So I'm going to go ahead and start showing you what exactly I've done. Now, I will say for this video, I am assuming that you have already set up your Bitmoji classroom and know how to do that, and that you have already created buttons for your Schoology account so that those things can just be popped into place. And if you haven't created buttons yet and you want to use them, please do see my video. I'll link it in the description below for how to create those buttons and how to put them into Schoology. Today, I'm going to show you how to put the Bitmoji classroom and the buttons together into Schoology so that your Bitmoji classroom is clickable, the buttons are clickable, and that they're nice and big in the screen. So here is my Bitmoji classroom. Actually, I want to pull up my other Google slide here. So to begin, I have been playing around in a Google slideshow. And the reason for that is because you can change the background. I find there's a few more features with Bitmoji Classroom or with the Google Slides than with Google Drawings. So we will eventually be converting this into Google Drawing, but right now it's just a slideshow. Okay, so here is the Bitmoji classroom I have, or the slideshow I've been playing around with for my classrooms because my district will have several courses for the students. So I'll have math, and since I'm an elementary school teacher, I teach fourth grade. I will have, all of my course subjects will be their own course. And so I was thinking I would have a Bitmoji classroom at the top of each of those that varies slightly. So I've been kind of playing around with what I want the background of each of those to look like. So in my slideshow here, I've kind of labeled the bottom of it to say original or what then. So for the originals, I want the backgrounds to be all things that are just going to stay put. I'm not linking anything to any of these items here. So anything that you're going to want it to have a link to, you don't want to be part of the background. So for example, in this one here, I have my Bitmoji girl there, but I don't want her there because if I want her linked to something, if I want her linked to a PowerPoint all about me, or if I want her linked to an straight to go to my email, then I don't want her to be part of my background. The background, you want to be things that are not going to be clickable. They're things that stay put. The reason you're going to want to do that is because if everything is movable, then the students are going to have a harder time figuring out what they're actually clicking on because there's going to be just too much to click on. So you just want whatever's going to stay put and not have a clickable link be part of your background. So I was kind of playing around with what those backgrounds would look like for me, what would stay put. Now, like this, if I wanted this picture of a place value thing to be linked to maybe a YouTube video about place value, again, I don't want that in the background, and I want my background, I wouldn't want that there anyway if it's going to be something I'm changing out on my bulletin board for each unit. So I have some different ones that I've kind of been playing around with. Here's my science one. I will say that when eventually I take a screenshot, this little weather vane here will not stay moving, but that's okay. So anyways, I have those, and then I put original in the notes for each of those. Then I have ones where I put in the notes with links. So I kind of was already starting to play around and add my links in for things that I wanted. Here's my YouTube video. I have my book on here where I'm going to be linking my read aloud videos. I have the word schedule written up here to link to my schedule, so on and so forth. So I did go ahead and create my things here. And then easiest way to put it into Schoology is actually with a drawing. So this is kind of like my practice area where I'm kind of playing around with things. And then when I want my final product, I'm going to go ahead and create a drawing. So to do that, I usually just open up a new page. I'm going to go to my drive, or you can just be in your drive. When you click new over here, and my computer's being slightly slow today, so when you click new, you're going to see all these options. You'll see more. If you just hover over more, then you'll see Google Drawings. So just go ahead and open up a new one. Now back over here, I'm going to go ahead and pick which of my originals, which of my backgrounds I'm going to want to use. So let's say I want to use this one. I'm going to just click on that slideshow. I want to save this one. So I would go to download, and I'm just going to save it as a JPEG. Again, my computer's being a little bit slow because I'm streaming a baseball game right now. Okay, so you see it pops up here. I'm going to go ahead and open that. I'm using a Mac right now, so might be a little bit different if you're on a PC. I'm going to go ahead and open this where it's going to show in the folder, and I'm going to move it to where I want it so that I can easily access it later. Wow, things are being really slow for me. Let me try this again. Okay, so there it is. Let me move it. Ooh, spinning wheel of death. Into my documents. I'm just going to leave it loose there. I will see that. Okay, let me come back over to my untitled drawing here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go, well, you might want to title this. I've been titling them as just Schoology banner, and then with the name of what kind of subject I want this to be. So this might be homeroom for me. And then I'm going to go to Insert, Image, Upload from Computer. And then I'm going to find that one. There it is, Bitmoji Classroom, yay. Okay, now open that into here. Now the other thing you're going to want to do is make sure that this background where you kind of see it's like checkered, you want that to be the same size as this. So you might want to play around with the sizing here. So to do that, I'm just going to kind of line my picture up here, and then you can, drag this part to match up. And then it made it a little larger for me, so that's nice. Okay, so again, none of these parts are going to be able to click. I can't click on any of this stuff. Okay, so we're going to leave it like that. Now what I'm going to do is go back into my slideshow and grab the things that I wanted to put in here, so that I want to have a clickable link. So do I want my Bitmoji girl? And if she already is linked to something, I'm just going to click copy. Oh, what's going on? Oh, here we go. Ah, what happened to this? Okay, that looks strange. Let me just hit undo till this goes back to normal. That was weird. All right. Okay, so I'm going to Command V, Control V. There she is. Great. And the link stayed, so that's nice. So this can be tedious if you have quite a few links that you want to put in. This could be tedious. But I find that this is the best way to do it. Some people are starting in the drawing area, but I feel like with the Google Slides, it's a little bit easier because you can just have all of your slides together in one place where you're playing around and moving things and kind of figuring out what do you want, what do you like, what don't you like. And, if you kind of like something but want to try it a different way, you just add another slide, copy and paste it, and then change things, and then you can play with it later. So that's why I like to start in Google Slideshow and then move it into the drawing. So I'm going to all right, I got her. Let me pull over just a couple more things, and then I'm going to move on. But like I said, you might want to have more clickable things. So let me move this over. I'm just going to copy. Okay, I'm going to paste it over here. There. Oh, I'm going to drag it over. Okay, there it is. Let me just do one more thing. And I'll do my book. So all of these things have something already linked to them. All right, so there's my book. I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so when I'm done, the next thing you're going to want to do is make sure this is saved in your drive, your school drive that you will be able to access through Schoology. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up my Schoology account. Okay, so here's my Schoology account. Now, as you see, I already have this set up the way that I want to have it set up. I have the Bitmoji classroom that I want. I have my Schoology buttons. And as you'll see, these I can click on, and I'll be able to click on the different items here. So let me show you now how to do all that. Now, what I have pulled up on my computer is my Schoology here that I made. Now, I'm not going to insert this one. I want to insert the one that I actually want to have, and that's this one, which I made previously. So I do have clickable links in here. My dog's Instagram account. I have a schedule. I have my class rules for Google Meet expectations and some various other things. I have myself to a Google Meet. So those things, I'm going to go ahead and set this one up because that's the one that I actually want. I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of this for now. The other thing I want to have pulled up is if you have made your Schoology buttons. So here are mine. And again, I have a video to show you how to do this if you're wondering how. And these are already set to have links to them. So when I click, they already have the links ready to go. So that's important. Okay, so back to Schoology. What you're going to do is go to Materials. You are going to go to Add Materials. You're going to add a page. Then I'll just title this Bitmoji Classroom with Buttons, or whatever. I've tried this a few times. Okay, so I got that. Now I want to insert my Bitmoji Classroom. So I want to click this button right here that says Insert Content. Then I'm going to come over here. Hopefully you already have your Google Drive synced with your Schoology. If not, find a video on YouTube that shows you how to do that. It's a really quick, easy thing to do. Make sure that's already ready to go so that when you click your Google Drive, it's going to pull up your Google Drive. Now, because this is something I recently did, the one I just made is here, but I want to find the other one I actually want to put in here, and I believe it's this one. Let's hope. Okay, so I'm clicking on that. Over here where there's like a little gear, click on this, Import Embed. That's what you want, that button. Oh, Import Embed. Never seen this pop up this way before. That I was actually having a Schoology issue, so I had to clear my cookies and I'm back. So let me show you. So I went ahead and I clicked insert and I did those steps, and here's the picture. It loaded. So I also want to tell you that in order for your kids to actually be able to click on these things, you're going to have to change your share settings. Make sure that your share settings are set so that they can access it. Okay, so I'm going to click on this picture and I'm going to click this button up here that kind of looks like a mountain with the sun or something. And I'm going to adjust the size. So where it says dimensions, I'm going to change this first number to say 825. That is the size I've found that works. When I do that, it automatically changes the second number. So then I just went with that. Sorry. And then I'm going to click insert. And there it is. It's bigger, you can see. So the other thing I said I wanted to do is make sure I have my buttons here. So when you click above it, you should see your cursor. There it is. Let me go ahead and grab my buttons. So I like to have mine with 5 on the top and 5 on the bottom. I just like the way that looks. So I'm going to highlight over these to copy them. Let me go back in here and I'm going to Command V, and there they are. Now, if you notice, they're not really lined up with my picture, like my picture is bigger. So all I did is I took these and I drug them so that they would be more evenly sized against my Bitmoji classroom. I might even bring them a little bit more. So let me go back now and grab the bottom 5. Okay. Command C. And then what I'm going to do now is if you click next to this picture, you can't really tell that that's your cursor, but there's a big long black like blinking line. That's your cursor. So I'm going to click enter, and that's going to bring me back down below the picture. So now I can Command V and put those guys there. So again, I'm going to want to drag these over. And then because I'm really particular, I want to make sure that they kind of line up with the ones above. So I'm going to drag them a little bit more. Okay. So that should be good. I'm going to go ahead. I want this to be, it doesn't really matter if it's in line or not. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and click create. All right. Now, the page should pop up at the bottom of your Schoology here. Remember, I made mine Schoology buttons 4. There it is. So I'm gonna click and open this page up. Okay, so this is the page. Here's how it looks. So what I'm gonna want to do is put my mouse in this bottom right-hand corner, and I'm just going to drag over all of this and make sure I've got all of that copied. Now mine's showing up in like a pink haze. If you're on a PC, it will show up in a blue haze. So now that I have that all covered, I'm going to copy it. Okay, now I'm going to come over here to updates. I'm going to go here where in this announcement box, and I'm going to Command V. There it is. Okay. Last thing I want to, oh, sorry, it's up here. Oh my goodness, it's very, very huge. Okay. Don't know that that's a, hold on. So when I held down my 2 fingers to click copy, it only copied the writing. So I'm going to actually just click Command C. And then I'm going to come over here and do this. Okay. Try this again. So click in here. I'm going to click Command V. Okay, there it is. Not just the writing. All right, most important part is to ring the bell and then post. Yay! So there it is. Look, my links are clickable and they're working. So exciting. My Bitmoji girl is there. She's going to pull up my PowerPoint. I don't need that to come up right now. It's nice and big. And in the updates, if I click updates, it's there at the top as well. So exciting. So yay. If I'm in updates, it's there. If I'm in materials, it's there. Looks great. I'm so excited. All right. So I hope that that video helped you. And good luck making your Bitmoji classrooms in Schoology. Bye. Sorry, guys, there was one more thing I wanted to share with you. The best part about all of this. Okay, so let me show you this. Now, let's say I want to make a change to my Bitmoji classroom. Let's say I just want to move the girl over. And I want to, let me just move this. Oh, let me not move that one. Let me move this book over. Okay, let's, whatever, you wanted to change out the bulletin board, you want to change out the links, whatever it is, you want to change out your schedule. Okay, say I make those changes. Now, I'm going to go back into my Schoology Just wait. I'm going to refresh the page. Maybe. And then guess what? Those things moved. So you don't have to re-upload this and redo all these steps over and over and over again each time. You just put it in there once, and then you can move the things and change the things, and it just does it automatically. So awesome. Okay, had to share that piece and make sure you knew about that. All right, bye.